Subscribe for the very latest.
Play it, Daddy.
Chord Room, more than a podcast.
Does J. Cole have any classic albums? Now here's the thing.
I thought Born Sinner was a kind of a. I mean, at the time of my life, I thought
that was my joint right there. But
yeah,
I was about to say.
Them two, it really is Born Sinner. No lie, it really is Born Sinner. But after that, it's Forest Hill Drive. Like it's those two.
Yeah, I feel like Born Sinner is what made me a fan of him. Because like before that, I was like kind of on the fence of J. Cole. I'm like, I don't know, because all I knew was Workout, and I was just like. The Paul Abdul sample. I was just like, what's
right.
So I wasn't, and plus my neighbor was like obsessed with him at the time, so I was just getting annoyed. Listen to my raps. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. I feel you on that. He was like, nah. So listen to this. This is better.
I think he's got a classic. I don't know. I'm a fan of J. Cole for sure.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about me, C-Notes. You have to know that I'm always about. I don't want to be too biased about people, right? Because there's a lot of people that I like, but I have to admit when we are overhyping them, or when we are, when they fall off, or when they don't, live up to the standards that I feel like, they should be up on, but. J. Cole is held to be the top tier of the class that he came in. And when I say the class that he came in with Drake, he came in with Wale, he came in with Kendrick. Who else is in there? Big Sean.
Big Sean was in that. He was in that category too.
Yeah, Big Sean is in that class.
Because I remember when J. Cole was coming out. When we first started hearing him, like with the Workout, Big Sean had that. He had his stuff going off with that. With the Marvin, the joint that he did with the Marvin Gaye lingerie stuff. Yeah.
Marvin was, I forget what it's called. Marvin's Room or something like that.
No, that's Drake. That's Drake.
No, Chardonnay.
Yeah.
So with Jamie Foxx.
Right, I forget. It was
Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay one, or is that something different?
Nah, that's somebody. That's Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye. He did it with Kanye. Yeah, it was on there with Kanye.
But he came in. With that class, right? And he's held. It's like every rapper had their own rapper at that time. Like Jay had J. Cole. Big Sean had. Kanye had Big Sean. So it was a lot of competition amongst them because of the because of the other artists that had them.
This is like the 2010s, right?
Right, 2010s, right.
Mm-hmm.
But in present day, because a lot of people have woken up and know that Kendrick album was not good.
What Kendrick?
The last one. Yes, the last one.
I'm a big fan of Kendrick, but we know that.
But that's the thing. But J. Cole still held one of the greatest. But is he really that great? That's why I want to break that down, right? Like, is he that? How many classics does he have? Does he have any flops? He had any flop albums?
I don't. I feel like J. Cole's like nice. I don't know. I feel like he doesn't really have. He has. I don't know. He's different. There's a few rappers that really don't put out a bad verse because they know how to rap. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like J. Cole's never really gonna give you a bad verse. But there's some J. Cole verses that were like just questionable bars here and there. But even still, I'm more likely to want a J. Cole verse than most people that are out right now. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was like, yo, get a feature from J. Cole or whoever else is on this list of artists that are out. You know what I mean?
So what are we saying? Are we saying that these verses that he's put out, are they making him the great one, or do we compare the albums that he put out,
I would
or is it all together?
Are we looking at the field? Is that what? If we're looking at the field of that 2010 stretch of the 2010s, it's J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. I feel were like the biggest artists that could rap and had like the biggest hits and had some big albums in that 2010 stretch. And I think it's between them three.
Okay, so you said Kendrick.
Yeah.
You said J. Cole.
J. Cole, because I think with J. Cole has been consistent in his output. If he had a classic album, I would, like Chuck had said, it would be Born Center for me. But all of his albums, they were not bad. They were solid, good efforts. Yeah, and Forest Hill Drive was definitely, people would call that a classic too. I like For Your Eyes Only as well. That's just me. People probably wouldn't consider that as like one of his like top ones, but he has a joint on there, man. That's like, it's one of my favorites from him that he has on that album. But he's been consistent, man. All his works has been consistent. But his classic has been Born Center. But he's been a solid, steady artist for me.
Okay. All right. So Chuck, I mean, how many? Let me look and see how many. Let me look and see how many albums J. Cole has.
I'm about to look into right now.
Right. So
and I'm about to share my track that I love from him off of that For My Eyes Only joint.
So he has Cold World, Born Center. So that's 2014, and For Your Eyes Only, KOD. Ooh. And the off season. So that's one.
Got the Come Up too. Like, if we're talking mixtapes, I think the Come Up was fire, low key. Yeah, it was like one of his first things that he did.
That was dope. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll throw that mixtape in there. And we'll say 6. Right.
Yeah.
Chuck, out of that, right? Is he compared to my In This Present Now with those albums? Have you heard all those albums yet? You heard all those albums? I know you didn't miss the J. Cole album, right? You didn't miss no J. Cole album, right?
I'm not like a J. Cole connoisseur. He is in the playlist, so
right,
like, cause I like KOD. But
KOD was nice too, yeah.
KOD is a couple tracks. ATM is probably one of my favorites off that one. For Your Eyes Only,
Villain Mentality.
Oh yeah,
I think it was the one that is there a song where I don't know if it's on that. I think it was a song he actually sampled the A Tribe Called Quest song. With the Minnie Riperton's sample. I liked when he was going at every rapper at that point. He was talking about short, long.
J. Cole's disrespectful sometimes. He's very disrespectful.
He went on a very long rant. But out of these albums, I would say probably Born Center, and I think because of like all the quote unquote chart hits on 2014 Forest Hill, so I guess those are 2.
Okay.
Deeper than rap, graffiti, break dancing, DJ and b-boy stance, MCing. I harness those artifacts, collecting data of the transitions like an almanac. Hip-hop ain't dead, these young boys different, adapting. Over time, every day the world's spinning. Let's celebrate the fact we still winning, we global. Kids from the project became moguls. Real to real track boards to Pro Tools, vinyls, cassettes, and the tape decks, CDs. Now you can stream your music to the consumer direct and get most of the check. I'm noble.